Zuleyha Markar. I'm a lawyer by profession and I'm the founder of the tutoring.
Hi, I'm Hajra, founder of REACH, Center for Education.
The tutoring is an institute which conducts classes for O-levels, A-levels, as well as a number of degree programs.
REACH specializes in offering all subjects for O-level and A-levels. We also offer innovative programs such as robotics, coding, and graphics design.
From the Cubicle.
What was your first breakthrough in the industry?
I've been with the education industry for nearly 2 decades. I've started off as a teacher, then worked as a head of department, and then moved as a vice principal, and now as an entrepreneur eventually. I've always wanted to make an impact on how learning can be done differently, because I believe every student is different. I've always wanted to make a focused and individual plan for every student. I would say my first breakthrough was in 2016 when I gave up my full-time job and started REACH. REACH offers O-level and A-level programs. Also, we do a lot of innovative programs such as robotics, coding for kids, and graphics designing.
From starting classes for just the LLB program, I would say my first breakthrough would be expanding into classes for O-level and A-level, as well as the local curriculum. And now we have expanded into the BSc programs as well.
How do you stay updated and relevant?
Teaching is one area that requires constant updating in terms of curriculum, methodologies we use, and strategies we adopt. But well, I must say, it's my students who actually help me to stay updated. You see, once in a way you'll have a student who comes to you and say, Miss, this new device, how does that work? Why do you think this software could be configured and not this? Well, all those questions require a lot of research to be done. So we need to always be updated to be constantly in par with them. I believe students are always a new avenue for information. And also at REACH, we ensure all our tutors are updated. They follow regular seminars and workshops and make sure that they use all updated materials.
I keep abreast with the legal developments through the online support offered by the universities and the English examiner boards, but I make sure that I don't restrict myself to the course material and the other materials given by the universities. I ensure that I have access to all the online resources as well as textbooks to make sure that my notes are up to date and comprehensive so that my students can reach the academic goals. As the founder and proprietor of this institute, I make sure that my lecturers have the same resources I do, and they're trained and kept up to date with all the recent developments necessary to help my students.
What do you believe is the role of technology in the classroom?
You see, kids we teach these days are born into the world of technology. They're very visually stimulated. So use of technology for these students make their education very interactive and approachable.
My lecturers and I at the tutoring have been teaching online via Skype since 2015. When we initially started lecturing students in Singapore and Malaysia, and this over time expanded into countries such as USA, Canada, UK, Thailand, and we even have students in Jamaica. So during the pandemic and the fuel crisis, which restricted the movements of our lecturers and our students, the online support system offered by Skype and Zoom helped us teach our students without any disruption to their studies. Technology is also useful in that it has helped us make our classes engaging, stimulating. So we use PowerPoint presentations, short films, clips, even occasional meme or two to make the class a little lighter. To this day, I still teach using the hybrid model where I teach through Zoom and physically simultaneously, so that students can come, access classes and if they're unable to come physically. So though previously when they were lazy to come for class, saying no transport or sick, technology has helped me make sure that they don't miss out on any of their classes.
How do you address negative feedback?
Interesting. See, feedback for us is always either from students or parents. See, when you say feedback, you would hear once in a while a kid comes up to you and says, "Miss, I really don't understand this," or "I rather don't like to do this question." Well, we are not very excited to hear that initially, but yes, it always makes me think, how can I do it better so that the student gets it? How can this be done alternatively? So I believe feedback helps us to grow. It actually helps us look at different avenues of doing things. I guess same with the parents when they have concerns, when they come up with something that's a cause for concern to them. We would also look at an alternate measure of how this could be done in the best interests of students.
What I've learned over the past few years is not to act impulsively and to analyze the feedback and take any corrective measures if necessary. What is important is not to look at any feedback as negative, but as a possible stepping stone for improvement.
From the Cubicle.
How much flexibility do you have in determining how you perform your role?
To be honest, as teachers, I think we have complete freedom to do our classes. We have complete flexibility in how we manage our classes, the methods we use, our strategies that we adopt to teach. So, and also as a founder of Reach, I think I have complete freedom and flexibility to make choices that are in the best interest for my students.
So like Hajra said, as the owner and proprietor of the tutory, I'm really fortunate to have great flexibility in choosing how I want to conduct my classes and running the institute as I think fit.
How do you take care of yourself so you don't burn out?
My regular walks, coffee with friends, and of course a little bit of painting and traveling really helps me de-stress myself.
I gym regularly to the point where everyone calls me a gym addict. But I find it helps me relax, and I spend a lot of quality time with my family and friends, and I feel this makes sure that I don't burn out because I find it extremely relaxing.
What has been the most important part of your journey so far?
I think I have learned a lot from my students along the way. You see, what happens with students is that every child is different. Every child has a different way of responding and reacting to situations. Actually, this realization that every kid is unique and needs to be handled differently has helped me mature a lot. And now I look at things very positively and always look at things from different angles.
An important part of my journey, I believe, is the exposure I received lecturing in Singapore. The training I got there improved the delivery of my lectures, and I was fortunate to be able to interact with a large number of students who were diverse, not just in their nationalities, but their interests and ages as well.
How have you handled tough times during COVID and the current climate of the country?
Definitely, COVID has been tough for all of us, I guess, because we were very open to something unknown. The switch from physical classes to online itself was a new challenge. because we were teaching students who were not physically present with us in the classroom. So to get them to engage, to adapt to that method, and to interact with us was definitely a new experience. And also, I believe times are still tough for us with power cuts, fuel crises, and a lot of administration costs being very high. But I believe if we stay focused and if we are focused on what we are doing, we could definitely and find out alternate ways of doing things. It helps us to sail through.
COVID, the fuel crisis coupled with the power cuts was quite challenging. I had to do most of my classes online, and I tried to make it as engaging as possible. At the beginning, the children were quite skeptical about doing classes online. They were worried whether it would be effective. But over time, they realized that online classes at the tutory were as effective as doing it online. And I think this was largely because, as I said earlier, my lecturers have been teaching online since 2015. So their transition to teaching online was, I guess, easier for them than most others. But it still has been very challenging, and we really missed having our kids physically with us.
What are some areas of growth in your field?
I think online teaching on its own is a growth, because that switch from physical to online opened up new avenues across the globe. We currently specialize in offering O-level and A-level programs locally as well as internationally. But now REACH is looking at expanding, and we are really looking at offering other programs such as diplomas and graduate level programs for the Asian and the Middle East market.
I believe that the pandemic and the economic crisis has really normalized the use of technology. Online classes was relatively unheard of in Sri Lanka, and now students and teachers are more open to the idea of doing classes online, as well as teachers are now depending more on technology to engage their students and make classes more stimulating.
If you had one piece of advice to someone just starting out, what would it be?
Do what you love, and sky is the limit. If you're passionate about what you do and you enjoy what you do, you'll see opportunities everywhere. I would say just grab them and follow your heart.
Oprah Winfrey once said, "Don't worry about being successful. Worry towards being significant, and success will follow." I think that's the best advice I could give. Work hard towards your goal, and success would naturally follow. And be passionate about what you do. Enjoy what you do, and then everything will fall in line.
What differences do you see in each other as business personalities?
I don't see a difference as such, but I would say we are rather very much similar, the way we do things, because we are very student focused. And what do you think, Zuli?
I think we're quite alike in that we're both passionate about our work. Work doesn't feel like work, and we are both very hardworking and goal-oriented. So I feel that the way we run our businesses and how we approach various problems, or shall we say challenges, it's quite similar, don't you think?
I agree to what Zuli says, but also I like to add that she's very positive and understands the market really well. She's a forward thinker, and she's very focused with what she does and connects well with her students.
Thank you, Hajra, but I think I learned a lot by watching you.
What advice would you give each other?
Well, I think Zuli is doing an amazing job with her institute, the tutory. I wish her all the very best to taking tutory to new heights.
Hajra is, I think, doing a fantastic job. She's so calm, composed, So I would say the only advice is just continue what you're doing.
What's your impression of each other with regards to handling stress?
I see Zuli as a very positive person and full of energy all the time. I've never seen her getting stressed actually.
Like Hajra stressed, I don't think I've ever seen a day she looked worried or flustered. So I think she's probably, like I said earlier, one of the most calm and composed people I've come across.
Your personality plays a major role in your success. True or false? Elaborate.
Yes, I believe that's true because personality does play a major role in your day-to-day success. See, I'm a person who needs constant stimulation and excitement in the work I do. I cannot really do the same thing over and over again. So I keep looking out for new ideas, innovative ways of doing things, and this has really helped me build my institute reach. Because I come up with something new for the kids to be engaged all the time, and that makes them more interactive.
I still won't consider myself as a success. I think I would like to take the tutoring much further, but I do feel my personality has helped the tutoring get to where it is. I feel my organizational skills and my ability to multitask has helped juggle the needs of the students as well as running the tutoring. And like Hajra said, I constantly like to be challenged, and I think that has really helped the tutoring grow.
I agree.
And I feel our sense of humor has helped us to look at the lighter side of things.
And stay calm, I guess.
Because things can get a bit overwhelming at work at times.
True.
What do you think about this program?
I think this is a fantastic program for all beginners. This program is very motivating and gives a lot of exposure to all new entrepreneurs out there. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank Hi TV for giving us this chance to be here today. Thank you.
Like Hajra said, I think this is an amazing platform to showcase what we have to offer, our services, as well as I feel it motivates a new generation of entrepreneurs and startups, as well as it helps existing companies to get ideas and tips. And I would like to thank Hi TV for having us on this program today.